finally here. Autumn. Nature's gentle reminder that all things die. Nothing lasts forever, nothing good, but also nothing bad. The only constant is change itself. It's true for people, for animals, for feelings, and for bedroom decor. So, let's make a change. Gotta get more of these leaves in the picture, too. So this is the bedroom of me, my boyfriend, and honestly, my dog. I truly just find myself avoiding this room because it's so depressing to be in. It's just like a weird cube right now. There's only 2 windows and they're shoved into the same corner of the room, so the room does not get a lot of light. I did paint the walls, and I spilled that paint all over the carpet. Wonderful. And I chose a color that would look good whether it was well lit or not. I chose this kind of sagey color. Make sure your paint colors look good in the middle of the day and at night, because I swear night happens like literally almost every day. Aside from painting the walls, the only other design in this room is my boyfriend putting bats in the corner of the room so that we can fight back if we're attacked in our sleep by a stranger. Or I guess by somebody we know. You never know who's gonna attack you. I went to Pinterest for inspiration for rooms that were a little moodier since we have a dimly lit room, but still bright and airy as possible. I'll try to accentuate height to make the room feel enveloping instead of just like a cube. I'll leverage a color palette of earth tones and lots of plant-based materials. For texture, we'll use some plush and heavyweight textiles, as well as gold finishes and antique accents to give this stupid cube some history. Let's go. You're gonna see the furniture rearrange like 12 different times in this video. I'm indecisive, okay? I too have flaws. So my bed right now is just a metal frame. It's pathetic looking, and I think we can really elevate it by just adding some height with a headboard. I'm really lusting after this cane headboard from Burke Decor, which is a hilarious $1,800. No thank you. I think I can make a combination of this headboard and this rounded edge headboard for under $100. Let's see. I'll simply make 3 square frames using 1x2s, cover them in cane webbing, and fit them together with a black frame. I'll add a rounded edge to the corners and attach it to my bed using posts. However, you could also attach the headboard directly to your wall. I bought this cane webbing off of Amazon. I think it was $60, and the rest of the wood was like $26. So, end of money list. You just soak the cane in water before using it, and it makes it more flexible. Here's where I'm just absolutely making everything up. I have no instructions to make this headboard. I have nobody to ask. The men in my life have failed me carpentry-wise. I just started attaching the frame to the cane with these little wood pieces on the back. I don't think that's right, but it's what I did. There was some waving in the webbing, which freaked me out, but that all straightens out when the cane dries and it retightens. I rounded off the corners using a circular saw and a sander, but I kind of messed it up, so there's no video. The cane was way brighter than I wanted it to be, so I just got some spray paint. I got 2 colors to test out which I liked, but I just liked the first one I did, so I went with that. I used a polyurethane finish to seal it, and I did maybe 10 coats because I wanted it to be super shiny and modern. I wanted to use a rug to set the tone with some of those warm colors. Marty was both enthusiastic and very unhelpful with this purchase. I wanted to update my nightstand situation by getting matching nightstands. That's helpful. These are from Target. They're a little eclectic, and they have this black drawer pull, which I ended up replacing with a gold one to match some of the other hardware accents in the room and to give it a slightly more modern sort of CB2 feel. I want to do an easy but impactful update to save this IKEA dresser. First, it just needs a good cleaning, and I'd once spray painted the drawer knobs, which was obviously a disaster. They're chipped, they're coming loose. I think I can save it by just updating the hardware. I got 2 sets of white gold accented drawer knobs from Etsy. They're going to pop really nicely on the black dresser, and it's going to give it a modern look to balance out the rest of the wood tones and eclectic tones of this room. I find if you do a room all one design style, it doesn't look balanced. It doesn't look like someone lives there. It just looks like a set that you bought. So I'm trying to mix up the styles. I wanted to make a little vignette to go on top of the dresser to just continue that height all the way to the ceiling. This is a notebook from 1917 that I found in an antique store. It looks like it was used for record keeping from some kind of shop. You can find little notebooks like this all the time in thrift stores, antique stores, stuff like that. I love this as a little piece of history and for the life it conveys. The frames here I got just from the thrift store. I didn't want to spend a ton of money on these. The key is to just look for a thin frame. That's what's going to make it look modern as opposed to dated. Okay, so there's this one long vacant wall in the room. I want to put some kind of storage furniture there, but something that's narrow enough to not cut into that walkway at all. I've been looking at a couple console tables that have a modern profile, but they're all ridiculously overpriced. I do like this one from World Market actually, which is a good affordable option, but I've also been wanting to push myself to try and make a piece of furniture like this, so I'm going to see if I can. I think Marty was thrilled with his performance at Home Depot. I was not.
Marty, don't jump off.
Oh my god.
No. Why are you licking the wood? No.
The foundation of this table is going to be pretty easy. I'm going to glue 2 oak planks together to make a thicker top. You could also just do one if you want a thinner look. And I'll do a style of leg that has a narrow slit down the center. I'll attach those legs using pocket hole screws so that they're not visible, and add an edge detail using a hand planer. Let's go. This is a hand planer. It can be used for shaping the edge or surface of the wood. It is by far the most dangerous tool I've used so far because the blade is unprotected. There's no safeguard there. On mine, I could easily cut into the electrical wire, which would cause an electrocution, which is not what I'm going for right now in my life. So just be careful. Somehow there are a total of 3 outlets under this table, and I wanted to cover them using a laundry hamper, but I couldn't decide which to use. I had a set that was prettier and a set that was better sized to fit under the table. If you're ever feeling indecisive, just take a photo of the problem on your phone and look at the photo. It sounds crazy, but somehow it focuses the problem and makes the answer more obvious. It showed me just how much that prettier hamper jutted out and how much it was going to bother me every time I walked in the room, so I went with the less pretty but more functional sized one. The last big feature is adding drapes to these corner windows. I found this curtain track system from IKEA that allows you to slide curtains around a corner. It's amazing. I don't know why this is blowing my mind. Is this blowing your mind? Am I overhyping this? I don't think I am. I think it's really cool. It's gonna draw the eye up, it's gonna make it feel taller, and it's gonna make the room feel like more of an experience. Trust me. Remember to try to always hang your curtains higher and wider than the windows because it'll make the windows look bigger. I chose this dark mustard gold velvety curtain. It's kind of intense, but I like the color and I like the curtain, and it's just a dang curtain, so take the risk. I thought this little nook at the entrance of the room was a great place to hang a couple of towel hooks. I got these from Etsy and I love them. Then I added a couple of final touches and tried to wrap it up. Bedroom right now. I had a lot of fun doing this makeover. I also had a lot of stress doing this makeover. I learned a lot. I think I grew as a person. I hope you grew too. I mean, I'm just trying to grow you. Thanks for watching. This is super fun. I'm gonna go sleep in here tonight. How delightful. Hang on, we got one more order of business before we wrap this thing up. So, on my last video, I asked you guys to try your very best to come up with some criticisms and troll me in the comment. And I will say, you guys were, like, pretty willing to do that. Not a lot of hesitation from you guys. A lot of stuff it seems like almost you had locked and loaded. Let's look at some of these trolls. Thbd said, super inspired by what you could have done if you had actually tried. So that is someone who I thought was a good friend of mine. You can tell she put a lot of thought into the arc of that. You think it's going one way and then it goes a very hurtful way. Winkler, that's my brother, said more like Patty Nope. I guess that's like a pun, like patio, but Patty Nope. What's interesting about this is I specifically asked my family members to stay out of the comments. I guess he just really felt this one. I gotta say, far and away, the greatest troll of this video has gotta go to Christopher Greewee, who said, it looked better before. Can we get a picture of the before photo? Short, classic, hurtful. Congratulations, Christopher. You are the troll of the month. There's no prize, only the glory of this call out. And I hope you can sleep at night. You guys stepped up to the plate, but I really think that you can dig deeper. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to respond to feedback well. So give me that feedback and help me grow, damn it. Marty, shush. Marty!